What is up, Foxy People? How are we all doing today? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're just tuning in, thanks for tuning. Hopefully you'll continue watching. How are we all today? I, for some strange reason, have been quite angry today, and I do not know why. I seriously don't know why I have been angry. I guess just one of those things where you get really bothered about. I thought I'm gonna read some Am I the Asshole stories today because I haven't been doing it enough. I know I should be doing it more, but I just haven't had the time. I've had my birthday a couple of weeks ago, and all these different plans come in. It's just been hectic as hell. But apart from all that, I'm here now. I'm gonna do it now, and we should really just start, shouldn't we? Anyway, all right, starting straight in. Okay, here's one. Am I the foxhole for coming to dinner basically topless? I'd say, depending on where you are, that could be a bit of an issue. Anyway, I've dreaded posting for a while because I'm afraid I might be an asshole or foxhole. But I gotta know, so here it goes. My parents-in-law and brother-in-law came to visit and stay a month with my husband, 27 male, and I, 28 female, after I had my baby. For context, if it makes any difference, I'm German. Husband and his family are Italian. The baby was 3 months old at the time and I breastfed her. Usually, I just nurse on the couch in the living room because company was staying. I just go to my bedroom. After I nursed her, she'd fall asleep, take a nap, and I have some free time. Since family was visiting, I tried to plan my naps around our mealtime to spend time with family uninterrupted. My mother-in-law has this thing that when food is on the table, you gotta be there pronto. Okay, fair enough. Sometimes I'll be late coming to a meal because babies can be unpredictable and she wouldn't fall asleep right away or nurse longer than usual. Yeah, you can't really plan too many things with babies. They're like chaotic nature at best. Like, say, chaotic neutral characters going with the D&D reference there. Anyway. To this, my mother-in-law would barge into the room and announce food is ready, all impatient. Oh, wow. That's a pretty low thing to do there. Why would you do that? Wow. I don't understand that. Like, you're trying to put the child to sleep, settle it down and everything, and then you just have someone barge into a door screaming out that food's ready. Good move. Very good move there. This startled the baby and made the process last much longer than it should have. The result is I had to eat much later than everyone else, alone, and the food was cold. It left me fuming, as it frickin' should. Wow. More work to do with the baby and I'm secluded. This happened several times. I asked my husband to talk to her and explain I can't always come on time. He talked to her, but she still did this all the time. Wow. So I simply decided to stop being late to dinners. Next time she barged in the room, I announced food was ready. I came out without hesitation. We came to the table exactly as I was. No shirt, half a bra, baby hang on one tit. Okay, yep. Nothing was seen as the baby's head covered up everything anyway, but still, ensue uproar. Goes something like, mother-in-law exclaims, what the hell am I doing at the table like this? I'm indecent, there are men at the table, I should be ashamed. I yell back, what the hell does she keep calling me to the table if I'm not ready? I have no reason to be in I have no reason to be in my room alone with my baby while everyone else is out having a great time together. Brother and father-in-law are trying not to get in on the argument. Husband ushers me back into my room and scolds me, taking my mother's side. He usually gets frustrated. He gets I'm frustrated. Okay. He understands, I think is what was supposed to be said there, that I'm frustrated, but this action didn't help anything. But after that, my mother-in-law never bothered again while I was busy with the baby. So what if I came to some meals a little after everyone had started eating? The roof didn't cave in. Anyways, everyone lived happily ever after. The end. Am I the butthole? Hell no. Like, seriously, this is your house. Why is she making demands in your house? She's a guest. Right? I get she's trying to help you out with things, but dude, that's just Yeah, I'll be laying down the law with that. I'll be telling her to get the fuck out if she can't respect what I'm doing and I'm looking after your grandchild. And husband needs a man up too. That's pretty freaking bad. Anyway, look, the channel dubbed it as not the a-hole, so you know, definitely not the a-hole, not the foxhole. Yeah, none of that. You did the right thing, honestly. You know, if she wanted to burst in while you feed, she'll see in your boobs anyway while you're feeding your child. Not to mention, just why? I don't understand, why was she startling the child? Like, why would she upset that? Wouldn't she know better? Like, she did all this stuff before. Like, oh my god. Anyway, I don't know if maybe it's a cultural thing. They did say that the German and Italian, I don't know how the Italians go with anything. Or honestly, it could be just a whole dynamic on how the families are raised. That's all. But still, the mother learned a lesson not to do that. So, you know, not the a-hole. I think that's really great of her to do. So good on her. Alright, let's get on to the next one. Am I the foxhole for calling my wife fat? I am 34 male, work in physical demanding field. Myself and my co-workers are all fit people. Without a lot of body type variety, my wife, 32 female, is fat. Okay, that's not starting good. Thing is, she's always been fat the whole time I've known her. You chose her as fat. You chose her to be overweight, you know. More of her to love and hug. Why flip it now? Something had to change. Something definitely had to change. We dated when she was fat. We got married when she was fat. She knows she's fat. She's fat and she's beautiful. Okay. I don't think he's okay with it. It's like, she's fat, fat, fat. Everyone knows she's fat. She's just fat. Okay. I think he's just being a real asshole for that one. I'm happy if she loses weight, and I'm happy if she stays the way she is. I think she's the most beautiful woman in the world. Then why'd you... Like, calling someone fat is an insecure thing. Like, I'm coming from me. I was a grossly overweight child, and I got the dad bod and overweight now, still. But, you know, it still affects me if someone calls me fat. I'll joke about it with the guys and all that, but it's still not nice hearing it. It's not like I'm trying to be fat. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. One of my co-workers, Julia, 28 female, started complaining that she's too far to be loved, and fat people don't get to be... Whoa. Alright, just straight up, you know, on that one, I just have to say that Julia is the foxhole there. That's just... Whoa. Everyone deserves love, man. Come on. Peace all around. Everyone deserves some sort of love. Doesn't matter what walk of life and how you look it is. There's always going to be someone out there that loves you. Personality is key, bro. Jeez. God, that's fucking horrible. Okay, Julie isn't fat. She's maybe 120 pounds. So, okay, going with Australian, we're looking at about 55 kilograms, okay? She works out 5 times a week and barely ever eats. Oh yeah, that sounds so much more healthier. I told her that wasn't true and that my wife was fat. She got really red in the face and started telling me I wasn't allowed to call my wife fat, that I was insulting her and that my wife was beautiful and curvy. Carol doesn't like being called curvy. She thinks it is a label used to avoid calling people fat because it's a dirty word to most people. I told Julia as much. Julia started threatening to tell my wife I called her fat. Whoa! She pulled up her Instagram and told me she was messaging Carol that I was being mean. I beat her to the punch and called my wife, put her on speaker and asked if she was curvy or fat. Carol laughed and said, I hate the curvy shit. Fat is beautiful, baby. I thanked her, told her I loved her, and hung up. As soon as I hit and Julia went mental. She started screaming that I was abusing my wife. When I asked how, she said I was clearly brainwashing her and accepting the term fat to try to keep her complacent and from getting away from me. And no woman in her right mind could be okay with her husband calling them fat. I showed her a picture of my wife in a shirt that had BBW on it. She bought it for herself, by the way. She stormed off and hasn't spoken to me since. Holy crap! First, Julia was saying that fat people don't deserve love, And then flip the script of saying that you're controlling and demeaning and... What the hell, man? She is freaking mental. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Now, I just walked in today for an email of HR requesting a meeting with me. I don't think it's a big deal. I have my wife's blog for fat positivity, the shirt, and can easily call her on her proof. But now things are frigid at work and Julie constantly gives me dirty looks when we're in the same room. She ignores me otherwise. So I'm just over here scratching my head. My foxhole for calling my wife fat. Look, alright, you did all the right things. You didn't... Like, it sounds like you are on your wife's page there. You are working together. You are on the same mentality. You accept her as is. She accepts her as is. And she's happy with it. She's about body positivity, which is, you know, freaking awesome, man. That is so cool. And you are following what she likes and goes by. And you're respecting how she goes. That's awesome. What the hell is wrong with this woman? Okay. Oh, hey, look, we got an update. All right. Getting. I know, getting sidetracked, but you know, definitely not the a-hole or foxhole for doing that. That's like crazy. It looks like you gel well with your wife. This Julia just needs to fucking get over herself and pick a side, bro. Can't just fucking say that fat people don't deserve love and then fucking criticize someone who calls a woman fat because she wants to be called fat and it's all about body positivity and say you're abusive. What the fuck, man? So I met with HR at 4 o'clock today. Apparently multiple co-workers had overheard the conversation, stopped by HR through the day to give their side weigh in. Holy shit, it's not one person, everyone's in and on. I wasn't in trouble, they just wanted my side of things. It checked out with what everyone else had said too. I still don't know which of my crews stopped by, but I owe them my life. I offered to show my wife's blog, and our rep, who's a really nice girl, told me that if it didn't affect my work, it was irrelevant. There you go. The story had been corroborated by enough other people's. Awesome. HR restated a lot of what y'all said. Even though Julia initiated the conversation, I shouldn't have jumped in. It was less of a scolding and more of a request to keep my nose out of other people's business. I'm sad because I thought Julia and I were friends. We talked about our mental health struggles, the hardships of the field we're in, and heavy things like that. Won't be having those conversations any further. Dude, no. Hell no. Julia and I were no longer paired on teams for patient care. I was told my part in the investigation was done and they thanked me for my time. So I think I'm going to be okay. Before I left, I told HR that if weight loss body image wasn't supposed to be a topic of conversation, they should consider enforcing that on a company level. We have a weight loss challenge. I suggest making a fitness challenge instead. So she said that they'll take it into consideration. So that's it. I wrapped up my treatments. Everything was hopefully shake out. Haven't spoken to Julia, hopefully to avoid her in the near future. Thank you for all the sanity check. Now, to quote Clue, I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife. Wow. Well, good on you, man, but... Okay. I feel like if you were friends with her, you should have known that she might have been like that. I feel like there would have been warning signs about this woman, this Julia, being like some crazy woman. Just saying. And maybe by the workouts and not eating as well, I think there might be some health issues there too. I'm not going to get into that. There could be lots of different things going on, but simple fact is I feel like Julia definitely has some issues and they need to be checked out. Hopefully she gets some help with that one. But you know, everyone's right, man. You shouldn't really butt in with that type of stuff. You know, a lot of people take things very, very hard. Fat is a very big hot topic for all that stuff. Unless you're very comfortable with the person, yeah, you got to be careful, man. Just, you know, watch out. Anyway, on to the next one, I believe. Alrighty, how much time have you been going for? Oh, should really keep on track of stuff, shouldn't I? Oh, there we go. Alright, I'll be doing for 15 minutes. That's not long, is it? Anyway, continuing on. Am I the foxhole for telling my son that he is obviously gay? Yeah, right, okay. My son, 17 male, has apparently been in the closet for the past 7 months. So, my son is fairly masculine, straight acting in, if that makes sense. Yes, it does make sense, honey. However, he's very obviously had a boyfriend, 18 male, for the past 7 months. He sometimes baby talks to this boy, hugs him all the time. He calls him handsome, shares clothes, sits away too close to sits way, not away. It's bad typing, guys. Sits way too close to each other to the point where they're basically cuddling. He closes his bedroom door when with him, but not any other friends. Sees him like every day, buys him gifts, and for the past 7 months, and now he always smells great, has his hair fixed really nice, and dresses nicer, amongst other things. Today, I asked the son if he's going to invite his boyfriend on our trip. And he got awkward and said, "That's not funny." I asked what he meant, and he said, "I'm straight, that's not funny." I laughed, and when I realized he was serious, I started laughing even harder. I told him he was very obviously in a relationship with a guy and did a terrible job at hiding it. He got emotional and started asking me not to tell his dad. My husband already knows, like he said, it was obvious. Then he got upset, saying I outed him when he wasn't ready. He hasn't said a word to me in a couple of days. Am I the foxhole? Alright. I only have one thing to say about that. You are the foxhole. As you said, he wasn't ready, right? Not your place to label him. Not your place to spring his little thing on him. You're not there to pull him out of the closet. That's his choice, alright? It's great they turned around and all that stuff. You didn't need to out him, call his boyfriend, or out his boyfriend. You only needed to say, "Hey, look, you're looking very good. Are you going to invite your friend along?" You didn't need to get into it. No, you really, really shouldn't have gone that far. That's pretty harsh. But, you know, it happens. Can't do much about it. Make sure you apologize. Even if it's freaking obvious, they don't know that, alright? They could be just blissfully unaware because he's happy. He's happy, doing his thing. Shouldn't have bothered. Let it happen. I have a daughter. She's straight. And whenever she's always talking to a boy or something like that, I don't say, "Hey, is that your new boyfriend?" or something like that. Look, if they want to tell you something, they will tell you. You don't assume. You don't jump the gun on that stuff. That's just wrong. You don't do that. It's hard, alright? Parenting isn't easy. There's no real proper guidebook, but no. If they got something to tell you, let them come to you, alright? Let them know that you are open. Be supportive. You can be supportive of it without outing them, alright? Simple as that, really. It is. It is that simple. Anyway, let's get on to the next one. Oh god, we got another topless type one. Am I the foxhole for not wearing a bra to my friend's wedding? Okay, not topless, but there's no bra. I, 23 female, have small boobs. Hey, look. Doesn't matter. You can't tell if I'm wearing a bra or not in most tops, so when I can, I don't wear a bra as I find them most uncomfortable. Alright, look. There's a lifestyle choice, and that is your prerogative. You can feel it. Go for it. Okay, my friend Kate, 25 female, is getting married and asked me to be a bridesmaid. I accepted, and then she texted me privately to ask if I could wear a bra to her wedding as she doesn't want me to flash someone. I feel like you probably should listen there. Try to explain to her that the bridesmaid dress she had picked out for me had full sleeves, so you won't be able to tell as the material is so very thick. Kate got really mad at me, and my sister said maybe I should just suck it up and wear a bra. I just find it to be a weird invasive question, as you literally can't tell if I have a bra on in the first place or not in that dress. I'm sure no one there will be staring at my chest. Look, I'm going to say you are the foxhole. This is your friend's wedding. You are dressing up to what she wants. Look, she's not asking you to cut your hair, dye it a weird color, grab a tattoo, friggin' lose a whole bunch of weight. She's just asking you to wear a bra. Right? She just wants that extra protection. It's a pretty small thing for a couple of hours for your friend. Yeah, look, anyway, I shouldn't really judge too much on that one myself. I'm a bloke. You know, I shouldn't have much of a say there. I feel like if your friend's asking you this small little thing, you should probably listen to it. Like, it's not going to ruin your day. Anyway, looking on this one, everyone here is saying that she is the foxhole. So I'm going to go with the crew and say that, yeah, I agree. You are the foxhole on that one. You did not want to listen and you wanted it to be all about you. Okay, let's get on to the next one. Am I the foxhole because I ate early? You ate early. Okay. We're on vacation with my husband's family. We got there Sunday afternoon and I was hungry. I made food for myself and my son. My husband said to wait for his family so we could all have dinner together or maybe even go out. It was around 4 o'clock and he was saying we'll eat at 7. I said I was hungry and my son and I ate. After that, the three of us sat by the pool. His family arrived around 6 and everyone was hungry and wanted to go eat. I don't know if it was traveling or what, but I was exhausted, so I said I was too tired and wanted to go to bed early. My son stayed home with me because he wasn't hungry and wanted to stay. I woke up early this morning and I made tea and sat by the pool and my son came and played. My sister-in-law woke up. She came out to the pool and told me off for eating early, not going to dinner and being so standoffish. She said everyone wanted to see me and the sun, and I was being such a bitch. Wow. I said I was tired from traveling. She said if I forced myself to stay awake, I'd be on the same schedule as everyone else. But since I went to bed early and woke up early, I was going to have to make some excuse tonight. Same excuse tonight. She also told me off for not making breakfast when I was the first to wake up, but I didn't know when everyone was going to wake up. And no one wanted cold breakfast. She just rolled her eyes and walked away. I feel like everyone's been standoffish to me all morning, and I'm wondering if I should apologize. Am I the foxhole? Yeah, no, you're not the foxhole on that one, hun. No way in hell. Like, what the hell? You fed your son, you fed you, you said you couldn't, and you were hungry. Like, I don't care what anyone else has to say. You don't need to starve because of family being selfish. And having a sister-in-law come out and freaking have a go at you because you didn't meet up to their standards. Maybe you should have arrived early. Why were you so late rocking up? Why are you sleeping in? Why don't you get up and match up with everyone who's already staying there? Yeah, no. Poster, you are not the a-hole on that one. I think that is absolute garbage with that. No, you're perfectly fine. You looked after your son. You looked after yourself. You told your husband. All right? That should have been enough. Go get bent, honestly. Okay, next one. Am I the foxhole for ruining a baby name? How do you ruin a baby name? I am Brazilian, but I've been living in the US for 3 years. My first language is Brazilian Portuguese. I have a 4-year-old son, and I'm pregnant with a girl due in May. My son is friends with a girl whose mother, I'll call her Becca, is also pregnant. She's due in a couple of weeks before me, and I've also been expecting a third girl. Since we take our kids on playdates almost weekly, we frequently talk about our pregnancies. Becca is into unique names, not uniques or tragedies. I'm gonna have to look those ones up, or if anyone is watching on YouTube with that, can you just type in what those might mean? But names that she and husband create. It's not my style, but she managed to come up with generally nice names for both her older daughters, so there were never really a reason for me to say anything. This time, Becca and her husband had a lot of trouble coming up with a new name. She first brought this up last December. For months they've been trying to create something that sounded good with no success. I took our kids on a playdate at the park this weekend. We sat down for a snack. Becca excitedly told me they'd finally settled on a name. I was really happy for her and asked what they had chosen. Narina, to those who don't know, is Portuguese for nostril. No! Bit on the nose, isn't it? But dad jokes. I should laugh at my own bad jokes. I managed to control myself and told her it sounded lovely, but my son let out a giggle. My husband and I are raising him bilingual, so he speaks Portuguese, and Becca wanted to know why. I tried to brush it off, but she kept insisting. Eventually I told her that while Narina could be a lovely name, it is also Portuguese for the word of nostril. Becca seemed very sad to hear that, so She said she had to think of something else, but had fallen in love with Narina. After we went home, Becca's husband called me. He was furious at me for ruining the only name they had agreed on. Apparently, he had a fight with Becca because she told him she wanted to think of something else. He argued that they've never visited Brazil anyway, so they shouldn't have to change the name, but Becca refused to use Narina. My husband agrees that their fight is not my fault, but thinks I didn't need to tell Becca anything since Americans are unlikely to know what Narina means. Am I the foxhole? This was not my son's fault. He's 4-year-old and had an honest reaction to hearing a baby essentially being named Nostril. I get that some people might think I was the foxhole, but don't blame my child for this. Edit 2. Okay, a lot of people are misreading Narina and Narnia. No real comment on that, but the Chronicles of Nostril has a nice ring to it. Ah, that's funny. I first when I saw it, I was thinking I was going to say Narnia as well, but it wasn't. It was Narina. Alright, well, look, straight up, you're not the freaking a-hole. You're not the foxhole at all. That's just terrible. Look, coming from someone who has chosen another language for their kid's name, I know it's hard, but yeah, no, research really helps. Alright, I got very stuck for my son's name that it had to be Sora, and it ended up being Sora, which in Japanese is sky or heaven. He loves it. He learns through his Japanese teacher what his name meant, and he just thinks it's the most awesome thing. He thinks even better that, you know, it's the video game characters with his name that he shares. He also has a Keyblade. He has a couple of Keyblades. So anyone guessing what he's named after? Yeah, right on. Exactly. It was Digimon. It was Sora from Digimon. No, Kingdom Hearts. Yes, I was when I was younger, I was a giant. I am a giant Kingdom Hearts fan. I love that, and so I wanted my son to be that. And honestly, he's just as wild and reckless as Sora anyway, and he loves his friends as well. So I think it was a very, very fitting name. So anyway, back onto it. No, you are not that. Hey, you're not the foxhole. How could you be? It's not your fault for choosing that name. It's not your fault for the circumstances that you knew exactly what that word meant in another language. It's not your fault that you're teaching your son a very good skill of learning another language. It's pretty awesome to be able to do that and to be doing that. No, your son's not an a-hole. You're not an a-hole. It's just very unfortunate. The fight happened. They love the name and they're just upset about it that it had a different meaning. That's all that happened, and hopefully they can work it out. Because it does suck when you all find a lovely name and something gets... So yeah, I see how you can ruin a baby's name. But you are not the a-hole, doll. You did nothing wrong. Alright, I think this is going to be the last one. Let's see how we go. Let's see if it's a big one. Am I the foxhole for shaming my friend's breast size? Why did I have to say a big one with that? Okay, it's short and sweet, so this will be good. My friend and I were bantering back and forth, and she called me a short king. I'm 5'10", and I responded that she's talking a lot of shit for somebody whose boobs are smaller than mine. Oh, shots fired. 5'10". I'm 6'2". He's only literally 4 inches shorter than me, eh? That's not, you know, hey, that's there on me. That's not that bad, eh? Ugh. Such ignorance. For reference, she's fairly flat-chested, and I have been gymming constantly for a couple of years, so I have decent-sized chest. That, factually, is solidly bigger than hers. You know, if the facts are there, and you got the chesticles to prove it. Her expression changed. She called me a huge foxhole, and she refused to speak to me for the rest of the night. Some mutual friends weighed in to say her chest size is something she's insecure about, so I should apologize. I think it's fair play to playfully insult someone back. Edit. This wasn't meant to be an endearing way, given she's expressed her... she's expressed she's found short men unattractive before. I'm below average in the country where this happened. Okay. Look, if she was trying to do it as an actual insult to you, I don't, fair's game. But, like, did you know it was a sore topic for her? She was very insecure about that issue. If you knew, then I will definitely have to put it as you're the foxhole. Because attacking someone's insecurities, man, you should know better. If you didn't know, you're a little foxhole. You stuffed up. Go apologize and just say, hey, I'm sorry. I reacted from... Honestly, it sounds like you might have issues with being short as well. Okay, so maybe you need to let her know that you attacked me and my insecurities, and we both reacted badly to what each other said that shouldn't have happened. I think that is the ultimate goal right there, buddy. Do that, because... Yeah, look, you were both assholes. Look, we'll leave it at that. You were both assholes. Yeah, we'll leave it at that one. You definitely were one. You both were. You both reacted instead of thinking things through. You got heated, you got upset, and you upset her. I don't know why she started with it. I think with this back and forth teasing, that's what happened. Someone's pride got hurt, and so shots were fired, and you fired back. That's the way I'm going to see it, and that's what I'm going to call it. So, yeah, I'm going to say you both are a-holes, or foxholes. Alright, you know what? That wasn't too bad. That was a bit of fun. Definitely cheered me up, kept me distracted. Not feeling as angry anymore, feeling a bit better. So, that always works. I'm pretty happy with that. I really need to get into trying doing my Sunday Reddits as much as possible. I said I was doing it weekly, but everything keeps coming up. A couple of weeks ago, I had my birthday. It was on Sunday. Had friends over. I was so tempted to actually kick up a stream on my phone of us playing DMs for assholes or Chameleon or New Phone Who Dis, just to listen to all the crap that comes out. Oh, there were some bloody good ones. Honestly, one of my friends, Jesus Christ, Shadow, he bought me a very lovely gift. He brought it to me in a bras and things bag, and I'm like, oh cool, I got a bra, awesome. Pull it out, and then it was like a candle box. Like, oh, okay, it's a candle. And then pull that one out, open it up, and there was the game, which was DM for assholes. And I went to look at the cards, and literally I opened and flipped the packet over, and the first thing I see, it was a blurred out unsolicited dick pic for the card. Like, you couldn't see anything, but you knew what it was. I freaking lost it. Oh, it was so funny. We played the game and we never got to use that card. I was so upset. I should have played next time. Next time they're over, I'm gonna have to just stream it and hope that card comes out. I reckon that'd be freaking hilarious. Let me know if you guys will like the idea of watching a whole bunch of friends sit around in live view playing tabletop card games like What Do You Meme and all that other stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool. Or playing Chameleon. I actually really love the game Chameleon. It's a good thinkers game. It's really, really cool. I even do a really cool intelligent science one. It's called Blinded by Science. I absolutely love it. All just science questions. You get points for answering all the different questions, and you set up a table of 30 depending on how many players there are, and do teams. I absolutely love it. I am not a big science nerd, but I loved doing it. I'd love to have other games where you have those type of questions, setups. But no, let me know how you think. Maybe I could do more of that type of stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, my guys and my Foxy people, thank you so much for tuning in and watching on my Sunday Reddits. If you're watching at a later time, make sure you're following so you don't miss out on future events. Follow on all that lovely media of Twitter, Twitch, and on YouTube. So until then, guys, hope you all have a lovely night, lovely day, and just have a really good week. I will catch you all during the next stream. Until then.